Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Ultra, and welcome to another CK3 video. I guess by this point, it's a video series. I really didn't intend to do so many CK3 videos, but you guys seem to really enjoy them, which is awesome. And I love putting out content which you guys obviously like. So today we're going to try for a new achievement. Now this one's going to be a bit of a longer one. This is not, unfortunately, going to be a one video, unless I'm able to cut this down to one segment, but there's actually quite a bit of campaigning to do to get this achievement. It's called Sibling Rivalry, which is the main achievement in the Iberia in Pieces tab up here, starting in 1066. You have to select one of the Jimina siblings, okay? And there's 5 to pick from. And each one has kind of their own traits, their own attitudes, and their own way to do this. And what you need to do for this achievement, starting as one of the siblings, create the Empire of Hispania, which is to control, I believe, 67 counties in the Iberian Peninsula. You create the Empire of Spain or Hispania, and then you'll get the achievement. If you want to continue that, you can do the second achievement called Reconquista, which is to convert all these territories down here south of this borderline to Christianity, as they're starting out as Islamic. So that's actually a much harder one. Actually, Sibling Rivalry, again, like I said, it's not that simple. It's quite a lot of slogging and holy wars and battling and pushing south, keep pushing. So I said it's not like a quick, easy achievement to get necessarily. It's like you can do it in a day's play, but in terms of doing it in a video, I might turn this into a few videos series. But the most important step is the first 5 minutes of the game, which it's starting out as your selection, taking over your siblings' territory. That's the most important thing right away, so you can solidify the north and then push south. So saying that, like I said, there's 3 main ones and there's 2 smaller, harder ones you can pick from. King Garcia is the king of Galicia, which is here on the left, and he takes the diplomatic route. King Alfonso starts in Lyon here. This actually is the sister, is part of it. It's a countess in Lyon, and he's the assassin skullduggery approach. And there's King Sancho, which is the military approach. Which is actually it's actually quite hard to do that, to conquer all these. The easiest one for sure is King Alfonso, and actually historically, if you click on this, it'll tell you the middle son and his father's favorite. Alfonso inherited the rich middle kingdom of Leon. He moved on to outsmart and subjugate both of his brothers. There's also King Anso, which you can take. This one, he always gets into something with France. France wants Navarra. They always get into fights together, or with Barcelona. There's always issues here. And Infanta, the sister, she starts out as a countess, and it's also being very difficult. She's also a assassin too, by the way. If you wanted to go the assassin route, you can definitely do it this way and start killing off your brothers to try and take over. But being the Middle Ages, having a female ruler, there's all these negative things that are going to come in terms of subjects not liking you just because you're a female. That's just the way it is, the way the times were. So all that being said, I think I've talked too much already. We're going to be taking King Alfonso. I want to show you how quickly and easily you can conquer the northern kingdoms here within a few minutes. And then from here, that's one of the hard parts of the achievement. The rest will be just kind of like procedural, going down, conquering, slowly, taking over, converting, as you go down to create the empire. But the first few minutes of the game is the hardest part. Once you settle that in, the rest of the game is pretty much gravy. So let's hit Iron Man, make sure that's enabled, and we are going to hit Start Campaign. Okay, so let's just set up our character first. First is going to be Lifestyle. We're going to select that first. We're going to click on this, and yes, we are an intrigue character. As you can see, we're actually at 21 intrigue starting, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, it automatically will give you one of these tiers. It'll put 3 points into either Schemer, Seducer, or Torturer. It's picked Seducer. Schemer would absolutely be the best one to do. So if you're going to re-roll your character just until you get the absolute best start, you don't want to re-roll until it comes to the Schemer. You do not need it. You don't need it to win. It's just one little extra benefit. But as with all my campaigns, always the worst thing that could happen in the hard mode. So I want to show you guys, it's actually kind of better this way, so I can show you guys how to actually do it with the wrong traits automatically selected. Yeah, so swift execution would make this much easier, but we have this one here, which is Seducer. Right, seduction schemes. We're not going to be a seducer. I don't care about this, but we do like the weeds in the garden because we want to have make sure we have heirs to take over our kingdom. So this is actually a good one here. You want to get something called Dreadful, which is dread gain, because once you start taking over other territories, we need the dread to keep the peasants at bay. But then you want to have execution and a job done right to really help your murder schemes. With that being said, we are actually going to take Skullduggery at first. Asian acceptance plus 10, because we're going to have to do some murders straight off the bat. So we're going to do Skullduggery first, and then we'll switch maybe to the Dread one, one of the other ones later on down the road. But for now, we're going to start Skullduggery. Throughout this campaign, as we go further, we might even have to switch to learning to do theology because of all the holy wars we are going to need to do to conquer the Islamic territories. Okay, so select Skullduggery. That's selected. That's step 1. Okay, step 2 is we gotta look at our brothers, okay? So this is where we are here. This is our sister, who is actually, usually they put her as, yes, she is here, the Spy Master. And unbeknownst to me, the first time I did my trial playthrough, we are actually already start the game in some kind of incestuous affair. I don't know if that's historically accurate or not. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Who knows? Let's actually, before we do that, let's just quickly get married. So we want to find someone with decent stewardship, because we're going to be taking over a whole bunch of new counties. It'd be great to take over some new territories. We need to have a little bit better domain. So we want to find a balanced character which has good stewardship, good assassin skill to help us. And someone like this would actually be pretty good right off the bat. She is Normandy, and we will get an alliance with William, Duke William. And if he does win the battle against Harold, then that would actually be extremely good ally to have. Or you can go right to your cousins. Now, in Navarra, you have quite a few cousins you can marry. There's a risk of them being inbred, but it's okay. It's not. It's only a small chance. Let's just see what else we have here. Here's Alliance Power. Yeah, here's all the Normans. 12. She's 17. Honest, paranoid, vengeful. Yeah, helps intrigue. Yeah, we're not going to get any prestige out of this, but prestige is not something we're really worried about on this playthrough. Prestige, you'll get prestige easily enough. We start taking over these kingdoms. It's not prestige you're worried about. It's actually piety. Piety is what we need, and we're barely earning 0.09, and we're losing so much because of our cynical and deceitful traits, being the great spy master that we are. So we might marry this English, what is she? She's at least not a lowborn. Courtier, and we will get the alliance with William, and it's actually kind of good we're gonna snag her, otherwise you don't want your brothers to grab this. Let's just do one last double check. Alliance Power, yeah, so they're all the top ones. As you can see, look how many Normans there are. Look at all these Normans. The top ones are all Norman. Then you can marry the Princess of France. That's another option. Aquitaine, I think Aquitaine has more troops than France does. But no, we're going to go Normandy, and we are going to marry this English wench and get 0 prestige, but we're going to get the alliance with William the Conqueror. He doesn't like us too much. Okay, send proposal. I'm sure it's going to be accepted. Let's just unpause for a second, just to let this tick. There we go, done. Till death was part. Excellent. We now have a little repeat achievement, and we have a new wife. A lovely looking lady who loves us. Great. We are actually going to put her into manage domain, and it pops our domain up to 6. Beauty. I might switch it to actually, I might switch it to court intrigue while this assassin. You know what? We're going to do court intrigue just first. Let's just do that first while this is going on. Now, here's the good part. Here's how we take over the entire north of Spain in a matter of minutes. Let's look at the 2 kingdoms next to us. One, first of all, is Galicia. So Galicia, this is my brother. The heir to Galicia is my other brother in Castile. However, if you click on Castile, the heir is me. And if I kill him and take over Castile, I will then become the heir of Galicia. So the process is 1, and then 2, and then I control all, in just a matter of minutes, I'll control these both here, okay? So let's go to Castile, and we are going to try and kill our brother. That's just the unfortunate way of it. We're going to hit Start Scheme, okay? We're going to put our Spy Master onto Support Schemes, okay? And we do have quite a little bit, not a lot, a little bit of money in the bank, and we might be able to get... maybe, sometimes yes, sometimes no. This guy will take a bribe to join our campaign for 58 gold. We will invite him. Okay, and that's it. Now we are going to call to war William. Yeah, of course. Well, that's just the way it is. Okay, wedding celebration. I'm going to take the money. I'm going to take the money for the wedding celebration. I'm going to go back to intrigue, and I'm going to see if there's anybody else that can join. This one will join. How much does she want? 68 gold. There we go. Just like that, we got married. We got the money to pay for the next bribe. And now we have now bribed a couple people. So it shows here 11 months, 84% chance of success, which is very high. And my spy master sister is helping me with this assassination. So in the meantime, we kind of have to wait out this clock here. And we'll kind of do other things like this. Not endorsed by your bishop. We will do a sway action against our bishop like so. Realm will lose land. Oh, with my sister. Let's see if I can actually arrange a marriage then. I want her to... Who's her liege? Oh, her liege is me. So if she dies, I'll take over. So I'm fine with that. Vassal holds titles that will be inherited by rulers that are not your vassals, but it'll be... Oh, it's the brother. But once I kill him, I'll be the heir. Okay, that's okay. No problem. She's going to get married in a second anyways. Titles being created, the Duchy of Leon and Duchy of Asturias, which is up here. And yeah, people actually don't like... So for example, if you click on this guy, people don't like not having a duke over them. So it shows not rightful liege. So it's about halfway down the list here. I can go. Okay, not rightful liege is -5 because there's no duke. It's the king ruling over a count. They like to have a count, duke, then king. So everyone who doesn't have a duke is going to get that -5. It's not a huge thing. It's if the people like you, that little -5 is not going to be the end of the world. But when you start controlling half, this whole kingdom here, and there's no dukes involved and they're all going to you, it starts factions start popping up. It starts to get a bit crazy. So then you have to start making some duchies to start controlling the people because there's just too many vassals involved. Even though you can control 40, a lot of the times you just kind of want to have the dukes to run these counts, and you just basically run the dukes. That usually works out to be a little bit better. This is fine for now. Don't waste any don't waste any prestige on this, because once we unite the empire, it's all going to go to High Crown on its own. Yep, so just a matter of killing the clock now. 7 months until we can kill our brother, who, let's see, did he get married? He did. Okay, so it's another thing to think about. Here's 7 months. As long as, if they got pregnant soon as they got married, because all the brothers start off as not married, it would just line up perfectly to when they had a kid. So you have to always watch, are they going to have a kid? Is she pregnant? So far, no. And it's 7 months, so we should be fine. Let's check the other brother. So he also got a wife, but now we have to wait for this to be done. So she might actually get pregnant, and then we might have to kill the kid too. That's just the kind of the way it is. If that happens, it happens. It's just we're very good at killing people. That's just our talent is assassination. So let's just go through, kill this clock out, 6 months left, and get this murder going. Okay, an overhead whisper and a sharp glare are the final pieces that make the puzzle fall into place. My courtier, Gontrode, is more well-versed in the art of intrigue than she would have anyone believe. To know there's a woman like that at court makes me rather nervous. However, I might learn a lot if I can get her to trust me. So there is a spy walking around my court who I'm going to try and learn something from. I'll convince her we're cut from the same cloth. Alright, so it's going to give us a little challenge, and we're going to try it. To put in an act, here's the first challenge. It takes many days, but at long last, I coincidentally stumble upon Gontrode while she's alone. Lady Gontrode, I've been meaning to, if you walked into a room to find your spouse yelling at a young page for dropping a plate, what would you do? Is she testing me? Absolutely. Everyone makes mistakes. I would forgive the page. They both would have to tell me what happened. I would ask both of them to present the side of the conflict. I would forgive the page. Let's see what happens. She pauses, grimacing if she tasted something sour before continuing. In the middle of a march to battle, just as you are setting up camp, an officer approaches you to ask what should be done with a spy that has been caught. Make an example. I'm sure the officer will know what to do. Obviously, the spy has some answers to give in time. I'll click on that one. Her eyebrows creep down and her gaze grows cold. You make a decision, say that all taxes in the county will be raised, and it comes to your attention that one of your vassals openly questions the decision. How do you react? No questions me like Matt. I would confront the vassal. We all have our differences. It wouldn't bother me. A difference of opinion should be solved by discussion. I have a feeling I got all of these wrong. wrong. We will have our differences. It wouldn't bother me. Confront the vassal. It's the only thing a normal king would say. I don't know. It's probably some kind of twisted words. She frowns. I would appreciate if you didn't approach me. She sure is a mystery. At least I get learning to read people for 3 years. Great. Well, with that being said, 3 months left for this thing to end. Choppy waters. Here it is. King Sancho is inspecting a ship anchored in one of the harbors of Asturias de Santilia, which is up here. It would be easy to have my agents drench the rowboat meant to ferry him out in flammable liquid, wait until it's in the middle of the harbor, launch a flaming arrow, and then just let the water claim him. Set the plan. 85% chance. That's a pretty good chance. We're going to take it. Here it is. Unfortunate accidents. The first of many achievements we're going to get this playthrough. Such a tragedy. Outliving a rival, gain 150, lose 44 stress, and we have now taken over. First step 1, we've taken over Castile. Amazing. A new heir. With the death of King Sancho, the strong of Castile, your brother, King Garcia, is your new heir. So we're now the head of the culture. Our heir is here, but hopefully we can have babies and get rid of this guy. He is next. Let's go here. Do they have any babies? Is she pregnant? Does not look like it. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to murder. And 95% chance. Start scheme. Murder our brother. Okay, so we're already at 95% chance. I don't think I need to pay for anybody to join. I think that's fine. So if we don't have to pay, we're going to take this money and we're actually going to invest it. We actually have hillside fields. We have hillside forts. Let's see if we can build like a nice farm or something. Actually, we have the farm already. Let's do hunting grounds, like cavalry. What troops do we have? Bowmen, eh? Not the horsemen. I kind of wish we had the horsemen. Caballeros, like the local Spanish specialized troops. They're actually really good. So we might do spearmen, archers, military camps. I'm trying to figure out what's the best to do. Because you need quite a bit of money for this campaign. Let's maybe do archers damage. Okay, well, it is the Capitol building. We can build a military camp, so we might have to build a barracks too. Because it gives us levies, and it gives us archer damage, which is what we do have already. So depending on what you have, you kind of changes your decision here a little bit. Fort, garrison level, tax is great. Okay, we'll build military camps. It's going to cost us 100 gold. Fine. Let's actually just check out our guys. They're all pretty bad. You start off with really bad dudes. Like, this guy's horrible. Who can we sign that's better? This guy's 13. And we're going to do internal. This guy is 10. Is there anybody better? No. He's actually the best we got. The marshal's pretty crappy too. We're going to sign this guy for marshal. He's a bit better. And we're actually going to have him train command. Actually, is there control issues? Yes, there is. I'll have him do control. And Spy Master is going to stay my sister. I'm terrified of her. So we're going to keep that. And I'm actually going to switch her to now Domain, which is going to give me 6. Burgos is actually the capital of Castile. But I have 2 extra ones, so I'm going to have to give one away. I don't have a choice. So I'm going to go to a knight. And I'm going to pick a nice loyal knight. Catholic, Astro-Leonese. Yes, and I will give him a title of Soria. Done. All right, we are ready to keep going. I'm actually, you know what else I'm going to do? Yeah, so this is Astro-Leonese, the culture here, and this is going to be Castile. I am Castilian, and I think my child will be Castilian too, so I might want to actually just go to culture, and I'm going to Leon, and I'm going to promote Castilian culture in Leon. But I think that's going to be fine to do. Okay, let's see what else popped up here. In line, declare war, okay, positions not endorsed. I know we're swaying him. Increase opinion, okay. Task finish. Oh, control is done. That was fast. Oh, no, it wasn't done. 8 years left. Okay. 8 years for control? Ugh, that's terrible. That's a really long time. For a place in my current little, in my domain. Oh, my last chance. Sancha. This is, my mother. Duchy of Portugal. Oh, she wants to claim on the Duchy of Portugal, eh? Give me 1 year. Let's see if I can do something after a year. I might be able to press her claim after a year. Scheme discovered. Oh, no. Curses. If my involvement is not known, this will make it a lot more difficult. That's not good. What's the odds now? That's still 95% chance, but it made it longer, I think. Is she still helping? Yep, she's still helping. Hostile scheme power, 28. Good. Yeah, and my troops have definitely improved. I mean my troop numbers here, my levy numbers, I meant to say. I wonder if I can bring in a second. See, here's the bowman. I kind of wanted the caballeros. The mangonels are really good too for sieging. I think the best overall troops to get, though, are going to be pikemen, and we're going to do that right now. Pikemen, especially in Spain, against like the camels and the horsemen of the Emirates here, pikemen are pound for pound your best troops you're going to get in Spain. A well-timed bribe. It seems like not every servant. No, it's too risky. Who is this guy? What's a little gold after all? Closing in. It's gonna put me to debt. Okay, it's gonna put me to debt, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the debt. Compliments. Oh, I'm swaying my bishop. Okay, so I can either give him clear rationality or keep it short professional. We'll try clear rationality. I don't know. Does that work? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not concerned about that bishop. Actually, how was her bishop? He's 18. Oh, he's a good bishop. He's good at converting people. Greeting. Oh, he liked it. Good. He liked it. Great. Amazing. Beautiful. He actually likes me now? Not yet. Looks like they're fighting here. Looks like Portugal is fighting somebody. What's this? Negotiate alliance. Your cousin. Accept. I accepted that for a reason. I'm not going to accept against the king, but my cousin I will accept, because once I take over Navarra, it'll stop him from being able to join a faction against me. That's the reason why. So the cousin I will do, but not the king. Passionate interests. I'm playing absent-mindedly with my sunshine, Infanta, Uraka. Oh, this is my sister. Ugh. You're good listeners, you know that? Blah. Nah. Nope. You can unlock a new perk. Great. Okay, so we're going to do... this is a tough one. I kind of want to do Dread, but I think I want to get the Swift execution. But Dread is really, really good to do. The rest of this, Torturer. I don't want to be a Torturer. Who cares? I don't care about that. Just like Dread gain for Tyranny. I don't want to be a Tyrant. I do want just this one click here, this Dread. But we're going to do Truth is Relative and start putting this down this way. I don't want to be a Seducer. I don't care about that. We'll do the Schemer tier. We're going to go like this, and we're going to go Swift Execution next. Because people will start to find out about this sister of mine. They will find out, and they're going to blackmail me. So I have to basically deal with that blackmail, and then basically just kill everybody that finds out the secret. Okay, in the meantime, yeah, here's Anso. Here's the alliance. I will not do that. I want to actually take over Navarra. Actually, let's just see who is... Yeah, France. I said they always get in league with France, so I'm going to have to kill him to break this alliance, and then either conquer or just kill all his kids, and eventually I'll take over. But like you can see here, the it's much harder. It's a big list of heirs here for Navarra. It's a big mess there. All right, teaching the young. All right, my lord, I think Oneka could learn a lot if she had the opportunity to study under your tutelage. Okay, I'll educate the girl. All right. I will educate the girl. I got a weak hook. I wonder if I can use that hook. Let's see. Intrigue. Invite. Can I use that hook on anybody? No, I don't think I can. Even my queen? My queen? Your cousin. Oh, she refuses. Okay. I'll be back in the positive here in a second in terms of money. To change the contract. I'm going to do taxes. Use hook. Modify vassal contract. Fine print achievement. It just kind of repeats it. We already got this quite a bit of time ago. But yeah. The next guy to worry about also is going to be Duke Nuno. This is Duke Nuno from the Portugal campaign we did. He becomes the king of Portugal in the last Count First King. Which if you haven't seen it yet, I might leave a little ticker here if you guys can go watch that one. But he does not like his king. And when once we take over, he does not like us either. He wants to be independent big time. I was watching Onika play with other children. Okay, so this is basically, I'm getting like now little missions for this girl here. Fickle. I'm not taking stress over this girl. It's not my daughter. I don't really care. Do whatever you want. How much longer in this? This is going to be 4 months. All right, so 4 months left until the next murder contract will go. Here it is here. Murder en route. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route. Okay. 25 gold for the escape route. Explore the plans myself. I can get ill. Stress and ill. Abandon the idea. Brags. Oh, Nuno. Abandon the idea. 60% chance versus 68. But it's going to cost me gold. But at least this is only going to get me stressed and ill. It's not going to put me to debt. I'm going to explore the plans. Oh, I lost it. Okay, we rolled the dice. We did not win that one. I got a little bit of stress. A little bit of stress. It's not the biggest deal. But our plan is still 95% success chance. 2 months left. It should be pretty easy going. Here it is here. Assassin. The time has come. My agents are in place. One of them will pay the assassin the very night the deed will happen. Another will ensure the wall is unguarded. A third will lead a subtle trail of candles to King Garcia's bedchamber. Do it. 95% chance. And 95% chance does not mean 100% chance. But despite what I just said, boom, done. I do love surprise visits, and just like that, within a matter of minutes, have a look at this, folks. We are now King of Leon, King of all of Castile, King of all of Galicia, King of all of Leon. Only Navarra and Aragon are a family that's left. Then there's Barcelona to deal with, and all of these Islamic countries down here will have to be taken over to get the empire. So here's the Empire of Hispania. This is what you have to get for the achievement. We have 26 out of 67, and you need to actually have, I believe it's 2 kingdoms. I do have 3 kingdoms now, but when I do the next thing, it's actually going to delete some of these kingdoms, and I'm going to have to take over more or create more. So what I'm about to do is this. It's called Decision Available, Unite the Spanish Thrones. So the Spanish thrones will be united once more under the banner of Leon, and the benefit of this is going to make me the king of all of these kingdoms. It's going to give me a ton of prestige to work with. You get the law, High Crown Authority, and every Spanish kingdom will be destroyed. Okay, so unite the thrones. There we go. United Spain. This is the dawn of a new era. One day I shall pass from this world and go to heaven, yet my legacy will remain on earth forever. They call me King Alfonso, the father of Spain. You now know as the father of Spain. Here it is here. The father of Spain, of Leon, and there it is. And then the flag is actually Castile and Leon mixed together, and the capital is Leon. I think the actual capital of medieval Spain is right here in Toledo, and then the modern capital of Spain is over here in Madrid. But once we take Toledo, this will be the new duchy building and special building. This is, yes, a special building here. This is, Toledo is the medieval empire capital of Spain once we take that over. Which I plan to do shortly. But yeah, that's it. And the next thing we're going to do is do our Dynasty Legacy. Now, here's the thing. This is a tough one. This is a really, really tough one. Because we personally are a Guile character. Okay, so you might think I want to go to Dreadgain, Guile, great. Your children, who might actually finish this campaign, because it says starting as a Jimina sibling, not as this specific Jimina. So you don't actually have to do this as King Alfonso himself. One of your kids can actually finish this and do this. As far as I understand, in the wording of the achievement, it says starting as a Jimina sibling. So you can actually have one of your kids, as long as they're a Jimina, and they're the ones that create the empire, you should be able to get this achievement. So they might be a warfare person, there might be somebody else. So do you want to necessarily invest in a Guile token, hostile scheme chance? We're doing so many. The rest of the campaign is pretty much war and holy war. That's pretty much it. The Guile more or less is done. Yes, we have to kill Navarra. Maybe we'll kill Aragon, like a couple more. But Barcelona, all these ones, we're going to have to basically fight these guys the hard way. And that's before they get too powerful too. So we can't sit on it. So that being said, we might do something like, since we're doing a lot of holy wars, we might be doing something like this with piety. So for the erudition camp thing, we might be doing something like blood, which is good to get our children, stronger children. Or we can just do warfare, which is prowess. I mean, we are not going to fight, but our knights' effectiveness will be plus. Causes belli minus 20, which is good too. Popular opinion is good. Control is really good for this campaign. I mean, there's no bad one. There's just some that are more necessary than others. Like glory is good too. Marriage acceptance, prestige. I mean, we're not worried about prestige. We're now the king of all of Spain. We don't need the prestige. Prestige is going to roll in. We're fine with that. This is just not necessary. That being said, what are we going to pick? I'm thinking of picking warfare just because it's the most, it's the easiest to work with. Guile is good. The Dreadgain is good. Hostile scheme chance. I'm just not worried about the second tier. The first tier is good. Dreadgain is good. I just don't know if I need this. Hostile scheme chance. multi-intrigue lifestyle. I don't know that generally people are more leaning towards the warfare. Your kids, you want to have them fight all these holy wars. You need good generals. And if the king could be a good general, all these benefits for knights, advantage, martial lifestyle, casus belli. Yeah, it's definitely a tough one. But I think in the end we're gonna go with the warfare because the amount of holy wars we're gonna do. So prowess +2 is not gonna be for me. I'm not gonna be a general in any army. As King Alfonso. Maybe if I have a son who's a good general, he'll take over. But knight effectiveness of +15% is actually really good to take for all the wars we're going to be fighting. And so I'm going to take the House of Warriors. We will be a House of Warriors eventually. So I'm just thinking ahead, and that's what we're going to take. Now we're over our domain limit, so we're going to have to give some away. But yeah, that's the easy breezy taking over the kingdoms. Now you could have selected any of the kingdoms, by the way. You did not have to select Leon. You could have made Castile your primary title or Galicia your primary title. And when you click the Father of Spain decision, it would have made that your primary. I just left it as Leon. I have no problem with leaving it as Leon. That's fine with me. It doesn't really make a difference. You know what I mean? Like, here's the capital of Castile. Here's the capital of Leon. You could have moved your capital. It doesn't matter. What is the capital of Galicia? It's here in Santiago. There's actually a special building you can do here, which is the cathedral. Because this is actually a holy site. You can see here, there's a special site for Christianity here. You can build this special new cathedral. There's all kinds of good stuff that come with that. But we're not going to keep Santiago. We're going to give it to a very loyal subject. We're going to keep our duchy here. Leon, we're going to create our duchy. We're going to create some duchies here and keep our own territories as they are. But yeah, so like I said, that's it. Now, to get the achievement Sibling Rivalry, it's just a matter of creating the empire, which is now just taking over each country one at a time, either by war or other method. That's it. But this is the hard part right here, and that's done. The rest is just gravy, like I said, just going down and grinding out these wars. And I think we're going to actually continue and do a nice playthrough of this. But I kind of just wanted to show you the hard part initially, how to take over as the Father of Spain here, get these territories, because once you have this, your troop count is now good. You can fight. You have allies. We're allied with King William the Conqueror. So yeah, everything else, like I said, is just going to be easy mode. So that's kind of it for now. We're going to continue with these taking over the next territories in the next episode.